Imagine standing at a crossroads not of dusty old roads, but of invisible choices, the kind that decide the direction of your entire financial future. On one side lies comfort, routine, what everyone else does. Get a job, pay the bills, wait for the weekend. But on the other side, there's a quieter, more powerful path. One that's lined not with quick fixes or lottery luck, but with understanding, control, and lasting wealth. That's what we'll do here. Let's start with one of the most underestimated yet explosive models in today's world: digital education. Right now, thousands of ordinary people are turning their knowledge into revenue by creating micro-courses. You don't need a fancy degree. You just need something you know well: how to fix a car, how to calm a crying baby, how to bake sourdough bread, and you package that knowledge into a simple, that path is financial education. It's the reason the rich keep getting richer, not because they work harder, but because they think differently. They are playing a game you were never taught, and the rules aren't in your school books. This video will be your introduction to those rules. And if you stay with me, you'll begin to shift. Not just what you know about money, but how you feel about it. Let us begin where most people start, and undat the idea that being good with money simply means earning a paycheck and paying your bills. That's what poor dad believed. He was educated in the traditional sense. He had degrees, stability, even prestige. But what he lacked was the ability to truly see how money works behind the curtain. He thought saving money in a bank was wise, while inflation slowly eroded its value. He believed in job security, while the world moved toward freelancing, automation, and entrepreneurship. Poor dad didn't fail because he wasn't smart. He failed because he was financially blind. Now, imagine yourself peeling back that curtain. Slowly, gently, you begin to see money not as paper or digits on a screen, but as a flow of energy. A current that moves through people, systems, and ideas. The rich don't chase the current. They build dams. They plant turbines. They redirect that energy so it flows toward them continuously, day and night. This isn't magic. It's financial literacy. It's learning how to identify and acquire assets. And most importantly, it's learning how to make your money work harder than you ever could with your hands alone. The school system taught you how to be a good employee, but it didn't teach you how to build an income stream. Let's look at another. Imagine turning your creativity into automated income using print and demand. You design quotes, simple illustrations, or niche humor for t-shirts, mugs, or journals. These are uploaded to sites like Redbubble or Etsy, and when a customer buys, the platform prints, ships, and fulfills the order. You wake up in the morning and your phone buzzes. It's not a social media like it's a sale, and this too grows. You tweak your designs based on trends, seasons, and search data. Your store becomes an asset, something you can even sell later. Now feel the difference in your mind. No longer is money something you receive in return for time. It becomes something you engineer, something you seed and cultivate. That's what financial education is: understanding this transformation. And gently, but intentionally moving away from dependence on a single source of income. It is about seeing every dollar not just as spending power, but as a soldier that can be deployed into businesses, into knowledge, into cash-flowing assets. Even if you feel behind, even if your bank account is nearly empty, the first step is free. It's education. You're taking it right now. If you commit even just a little each day, the compound effect will be extraordinary. Because the rhythm of the financially educated is steady, patient, and intentional. And eventually, it is unstoppable. Now that you've begun to sense the deeper meaning of financial education beyond numbers and spreadsheets, beyond mere budgeting, we move into the subtle, often hidden arena where mindsets shape outcomes. It's not only about what you know, it's about what you believe about money. That every skill, every idea, every connection could be a bridge to income, not someday, but today. The difference between the poor and the wealthy often lies in this invisible programming. Let us say you've built a TikTok page sharing tiny daily finance lessons 30 seconds at a time. You keep it simple. Learn how to run drop servicing businesses, like video editing/services like video editing, website creation, or digital marketing by outsourcing the work and focusing on client acquisition. It isn't just knowing what stocks to pick or how to file taxes. Imagine standing in a room, walls lined with books that whisper secrets. Not loud, not fast. Just steady truths. One by one, you read them. One by one, you apply. Over time, the air in the room begins to feel different, calmer, more powerful. You no longer feel behind. you'll feel aligned. Because you've begun to learn what Poor Dad never did. That financial freedom dose and tea come from more hours worked, comes from understanding the game, and choosing every day to play it like the wealthy do. It's the deep awareness that every dollar is a seed, every hour is a resource, every skill is an opportunity. The wealthy learn to plant, water, and harvest differently. So can you. You become a connector, not a doer. You find skilled freelancers on platforms like Fiverr or Upwork. Build a website showcasing the service and market it on social media. A $500 client pays you, and you pay your freelancer $250. You keep the difference. You scale with ads, referrals, and reliability. Again, you've created leverage. You're no longer selling time, you're selling results. You help people understand things they were never taught. The power of compounding, why assets are better than liabilities, how to invest $100 wisely. Over weeks, followers grow. With trust comes influence. Now you write a small ebook, just 30 pages, called Financial Truths You Were Never Taught. You price it at $9. You sell it through your bio link. Just 100 sales a month, and that's $900 money earned from teaching what you already know. Scale that, and it becomes a business. Wealthy individuals aren't born with better opportunities, they're simply taught how to see them. While Poor Dad saw problems and responsibilities, Rich Dad saw leverage and systems. Poor Dad avoided risks. Rich Dad managed them, embraced them, learned from them. Poor Dad believed money was scarce. He believed in job security as a lifeline, not realizing it was a leash. He believed in working harder instead of thinking smarter. And that belief system, that quiet, unseen framework, is what kept him on a treadmill, running harder every year, yet going nowhere new. But imagine you begin to believe something else. That money is abundant, that opportunities are limitless. Let me show you how you begin to think like Rich Dad. First, you shift from being a consumer to being a producer. In today's economy, attention is currency. And the creators, the ones who dare to speak, write, share, design, they are printing digital money. If you scroll for 3 hours a day, imagine redirecting that time toward creating. Start with a niche. You love books, fashion, tech, fitness, and build a YouTube channel, podcast, or newsletter. Don't wait until you're perfect. Begin by being consistent. The market doesn't reward perfection, it rewards presence. Now let's turn that presence into profit. But what if you're not a content creator? What if your strength lies in systems, not storytelling? Then learn automation. Feel how this shifts your inner landscape. With each new idea, your mind stretches. With each small win, your confidence compounds. That's financial education in motion. Let's end this part with one final image. Now that the foundations are forming beneath your feet, you might begin to notice something shift, not just in your understanding of money, but in the way you view your entire life. The fog begins to clear. Suddenly, it's no longer about surviving each month, dreading the bills, or chasing a promotion. It's about reclaiming control. It's about choosing freedom. You've just listed it on Airbnb. You've designed it beautifully with calming colors, clever touches, a scent of fresh linen. Every weekend, guests arrive. Every month, you receive income, not from work, but from ownership. The silent force that multiplies fortunes. You partner with a friend who's building a mobile app. You write a short book, say, 50 Lessons That Changed My Financial Life. You write one chapter a day for a month. You design a clean cover, you publish it. One sale a day becomes 10. In a year, you've written 5 books. It's not too late. You don't need millions to start. You need only clarity, patience, and the courage to take the next step. What Poor Dad didn't know, you're now learning. What held him back is releasing you. They keep selling. You wake up and there's royalty income waiting. You've built a small library that pays you for years to come. You help market it, advise on UI, or bring the first customers. When you create something valuable, even something small, and place it into the world with care, consistency, and intention, money begins to flow to you, not as a fluke, it's a response. Instead of being paid up front, you negotiate equity 10%, 20%. That app goes viral, gets acquired. Not chasing, not hustling blindly, but building with care, investing in knowledge, seizing ownership. and letting time become an ally instead of an enemy. The poor feel time slipping away. The rich plant seeds and wait for the harvest. And now, instead of being paid by the hour, you are rewarded for ownership. This is how the wealthy think. Every opportunity is weighed not by how much it pays now, but by how much it could pay forever. This is how many individuals begin their wealth journey through short-term rentals, house hacking, or co-hosting. You don't need to own property to start. You can partner with owners, stage spaces, manage listings, take a cut. You create value where others see only effort. This is how ownership begins. Financial education gives you that power not in one giant leap, but in quiet, deliberate steps that echo with meaning. You don't start with a factory. You begin with a story. A candle that helps people meditate. One that smells like childhood, peace, or focus. You design the label on Canva, source the candles via a local supplier or white label manufacturer, and begin to share it on Instagram and TikTok. One order becomes 5. 5 becomes 50. Eventually, your brand lives on its own. A small factory handles fulfillment. You handle vision. This isn't fantasy, it's how real people build e-commerce empires from bedrooms and dorm rooms. And the next step is realizing that the richest individuals, Dan T, earn the most. They own the most. Let that settle for a moment. Ownership. That's the difference. The poor and middle class work for money. The wealthy create things that make money work for them long after they've gone to sleep, taken a walk, or gone on vacation. Poor dad exchanged time for money, always worrying about security. A rich dad understood that true security lies in building or owning assets, things that generate cash flow, whether you lift a finger or not, and this is where your mindset shifts from labor to legacy. Let me give you an image. Picture yourself walking into a simple apartment. It's small, not luxurious, but it's yours. Imagine yourself creating a brand, something small but potent. Let's say it's a candle line, but let's stretch your mind further. Let's talk equity. Even writing can become ownership. Consider Amazon, Kindle, direct publishing. And underneath all of this, a quiet truth hums in the background. Money is attracted to value, not to noise. It's not to effort alone, to value. That's the rhythm the wealthy walk to. And now, as you sit here quiet, still absorbing this, you realize this path is not out of reach. Now breathe in. Hold that image in your mind. The image of your future, not defined by limitation, but by design. That's where financial education leads. Not to a fantasy, but to choice. The choice to live life on your own terms. He didn't understand money, so he mistrusted those who did. And even simple services can create streams of income. It's time to build something even deeper. The foundation of discipline. Because earning is only the beginning. And then, you began to play it better than most. But irresistible once you understand it, teaching, you don't need to be a guru. You don't need to be perfect. But once you learn something, share it. Start a blog, a YouTube channel, a podcast, a small newsletter. Not in sharp detail, no one ever does at first, but the feeling of direction, quiet confidence that comes from knowing you're no longer sleepwalking through life. You're awake, you're aware, and you are building something that cannot be taken from you. Your wisdom, your ownership, your freedom. Teach others what you're learning book by book, step by step, because when you teach, you deepen your own mastery. And when people trust you, opportunities appear. Partnerships, courses, sponsors, income streams you never imagined. Growing and protecting that income requires clarity, restraint, and systems. If you can hold it, guide it, and honor it with value, the digital world becomes your oyster. This is why financial education is not about spreadsheets or degrees. It's about perspective. It's about reclaiming your life from reaction and stepping into creation. But Rich Dad? He faced risk with preparation. He studied money like a language. He didn't just want to earn it, he wanted to master it. That's the calling in front of you now, to become fluent in the language of wealth. Because when you understand money, you stop fearing it. You stop chasing it. You start inviting it. To decide how you spend your days. To build, to create, to serve others, and to be rewarded for it. Not just in applause, but in abundance. Because here's the truth few ever realize. Wealth ISN. T the product of luck or privilege alone. ES, the result of a mindset trained to see differently. Now picture building small canals, automatic transfers, investments, savings buckets. The money flows where you tell it. You automate your Roth IRA contributions. You invest in a diversified index fund. Maybe you start with $50 a month, grow slowly. But as your income grows, you increase the flow. Your assets begin to work harder than you do. One day, the returns from your investments match your salary, and eventually they surpass it. To think beyond the paycheck, beyond the comfort zone, beyond the fear. Fear and ignorance were the twin shadows that held poor Dad captive. He feared risk, so he avoided it. And now that you've seen how assets work for you, how rentals, digital products, brand equity, books, apps, imagine your bank account like a river. Money flows in, but without guidance, that river floods, spills, vanishes into empty soil. That's the moment you become truly free. It's not because you won the lottery or inherited millions, but because you learned the rules of the game. Let's talk about one more idea, an idea that will feel strange at first. It's the new gold rush attention. So now I ask you, can you see the path ahead? Now imagine yourself 5 years from now. Not just older, but wiser, wealthier, freer. You wake up in a home you chose, not one you settled for. Not once, not in a weekend course, but as a lifestyle. A commitment to learn what school never taught. Because financial literacy isn't about making money. It's about keeping it, multiplying it, and using it to design a life that feels aligned. The light falls gently through the windows, and your day begins not with an alarm, but with intention. You're no longer operating from desperation, but from strategy. You host a small community on Discord or Slack. You lead a free workshop. You share your failures, your wins, your methods. And suddenly, you're not just building wealth, you're building legacy. You're no longer scrambling for every dollar, but selecting opportunities with calm precision. This is where wealth lives, in space, in choice, in time. You can pour in more and more effort, but it never accumulates. Rich Dad, in contrast, saw money as a tool, something to study, something to leverage. He invested in knowledge before he invested in assets. But security without understanding is fragile. It can be lost in a layoff, a downturn, a recession. True security is knowing what to do next, and that only comes from education. And this is your chance to do the same. The question is, can you afford not to? Can you afford another year in the same cycle, hoping for change while fearing risk? You glance at your calendar, not filled with obligations, but with opportunities. Picture this. You develop a digital product based on a passion or skill, maybe a course on coding, photography, fitness, or even personal growth. A portion of a commercial property through a real estate crowdfunding site. Or maybe you diversify into peer-to-peer lending, turning your capital into tiny loans that earn you interest monthly. Slowly, your money begins to work. The stress begins to fade. The fear begins to fall away. You launch it on platforms like Gumroad or Kajabi. You run thoughtful ads maybe on TikTok, maybe on YouTube Shorts. You optimize a single video that pulls in 100,000 views. That attention turns into trust, and trust into revenue. A Zoom call with your virtual assistant, payment notification from your rental property, scheduled posts going live on your content channel, maybe a morning walk, coffee in hand, while passive income continues to hum in the background like a quiet engine. This life is not reserved for the lucky few. It's reserved for those who take financial education seriously. See, poor Dad believed hard work was the key, but hard work without financial intelligence is like trying to fill a bathtub with no plug. Let's talk about creating a true system of wealth. Now you take that income and reinvest it, not into flashy liabilities, but into real assets. A dividend-paying stock. Then something beautiful happens. Your mindset shifts. And if you're bold enough, you take that mindset and begin mentoring others. This is what poor Dad missed. He wanted security. So the question isn't whether you can afford to start. You are capable of more. It begins with a shift not just in what you do, but in how you think. Imagine, just for a moment, the texture of a new page turning beneath your fingertips. The sound is soft, almost inaudible, but it carries the weight of possibility. This is where your story deepens, a chapter where financial education no longer feels like an abstract concept, but becomes your guiding rhythm. The gentle hum of progress surrounds you as you begin to apply what you've learned. The scent of fresh books, the quiet focus of online courses taken late at night, the encouraging tone of a mentor's voice during a call. These moments stack like bricks, building a foundation strong enough to support your dreams. The once daunting mountain of financial responsibility transforms into a series of manageable hills. The quiet moments, the small wins, the decisions made with clarity and calm. These are the true milestones. The journey becomes less about struggle and more about steady progress, a dance choreographed by your growing confidence. It is not a sprint, but a marathon, with each step building resilience. Every decision is a brushstroke on the canvas of your future. Now think about the power of diversification, not just in investments, but in income streams. The world today offers unprecedented avenues, side hustles blossoming into full-time careers, digital marketplaces waiting for your creativity, and global audiences ready to hear your voice. Imagine offering exclusive content or services behind a paywall, creating predictable, recurring income. Picture the calm that comes from knowing your earnings don't solely depend on trading hours for dollars. This shift from active to passive income is subtle yet transformative. It invites you into a new rhythm, one of freedom and choice. Imagine building a brand around your passion, whether it's eco-friendly products, personalized coaching, or even a niche blog focused on a unique interest. The barriers to entry have thinned. Your laptop and internet connection are your most valuable tools. Imagine negotiating with lenders, refinancing at better rates, and understanding credit scores as a secret language. Each strategic move is a step away from fear and closer to empowerment. Consider how a subscription model might fit into your life. Reflect on the idea of investing in yourself, continually acquiring new skills, honing your craft, expanding your network. Financial education also teaches the wisdom of managing debt not as a foe, but as a tool when wielded carefully. As you absorb these lessons, the landscape shifts. And in this dance, patience is your partner. Wealth is rarely a lightning strike. More often, it's the sunrise, a slow, steady illumination that reveals your path. Imagine yourself there, balanced, prepared, hopeful. The journey of financial education is ongoing, a lifelong commitment to learning and evolving. Imagine the soft light of dawn spilling across a quiet city, each window a small world awakening with possibilities. In this calm moment, let us explore how financial education acts as the gentle guide through the labyrinth of wealth. It's more than numbers on a screen. It is the art of mastering the unseen forces that govern your money's journey, from earning to saving, investing, and ultimately growing. With platforms like Shopify and social media marketing, your storefront is accessible globally, and every sale adds to your growing ecosystem of income streams. The scent of fresh packaging and the tactile thrill of customer feedback become part of your daily life. Picture yourself stepping into a room filled with opportunities, business ideas, investment avenues, digital platforms, each waiting patiently for you to take hold. The fear that once clouded your judgment begins to lift, replaced by a quiet confidence. This journey is deeply personal, yet universal in its promise, that financial education is the key to unlocking your fullest potential. You begin to see money not as a source of anxiety, but as a tool versatile and powerful. One path might be launching an online coaching business, sharing your expertise in areas like personal development, fitness, or financial literacy itself. The beauty of this model lies in its scalability. Your voice can reach thousands, even millions, through podcasts, webinars, or YouTube videos. The path ahead is clear, illuminated by knowledge and shaped by your commitment. The rhythm of content creation becomes a steady pulse, carrying you toward financial independence. Or imagine crafting a niche e-commerce brand. You identify a unique product, perhaps sustainable home goods, innovative tech gadgets, or artisanal crafts that resonates with a growing audience. Consider also the potential in the emerging world of digital assets, FTS, cryptocurrencies, and blockchain technology. While they carry risks, a well-informed approach guided by education can open doors to new wealth. Envision yourself attending online seminars, studying market trends with a discerning eye, and making calculated decisions that turn curiosity into profit. But financial education is not only about chasing the new, it also teaches prudence. Imagine the comfort of a well-structured budget, the clarity of a debt repayment plan, and the discipline of an emergency fund. These aren't restrictions, but the bedrock of freedom, a safety net woven with intention. As you embrace these lessons, a profound transformation takes place. Imagine the steady sound of your own heartbeat syncing with the pace of your financial growth. The soft rustle of pages turning in books about investing, entrepreneurship, and wealth psychology. And so, as the morning light grows stronger, so does your resolve. Imagine yourself sitting by a window on a crisp morning, the world outside just beginning to stir. The air carries a gentle freshness, mingled with the soft rustle of leaves and the distant hum of awakening life. It transforms the noise of financial chaos into a melody of opportunity and control. Envision launching a business that aligns deeply with your passions and skills, perhaps an online consulting service, where your expertise in marketing, design, or finance helps others while generating income for you. The digital age offers platforms where geographical boundaries dissolve and your ideas can flourish globally. Imagine the contrast between feeling trapped in a constant cycle of paycheck to paycheck living and stepping into a space where you orchestrate your income with intention and insight. Whether it's a single rental property or participation in real estate investment trusts, this strategy offers both income and stability. You begin to recognize limiting beliefs, the ones that whisper you're not smart enough, not lucky enough, and gently challenge them with facts, success stories, and your own growing competence. You learn to analyze markets, negotiate deals, and manage properties with care, creating a rhythm that balances effort and reward. Imagine crafting insurance plans that protect your health, assets, and income. You learn to diversify investments, avoid unnecessary debts, and prepare for economic downturns with calm readiness rather than panic. Imagine crafting videos, podcasts, or blogs that share valuable insights, entertain, or inspire. Picture yourself studying the fundamentals of stock markets, bonds, and mutual funds. Where once money may have felt like an enemy, it now feels like a trusted companion, one that opens doors rather than closes them. The world of finance is no longer a mystery, but a landscape you navigate with steady hands and a calm heart. Envision designing a budget that reflects your values. It's giving you the freedom to spend on what matters, while steadily funneling money into growth opportunities. This discipline is not about deprivation, but about alignment with long-term vision. It invites you to walk a path not just toward wealth, but toward freedom, purpose, and peace. Each new concept learned, every calculated decision made, builds confidence and independence. Imagine the quiet satisfaction of reviewing your growing net worth, knowing it reflects not luck, but intention and knowledge. You learn to read beyond price fluctuations, understanding companies' true value and economic trends. This wisdom allows you to build a diversified portfolio that weathers storms and grows steadily, compounding wealth quietly over time. Monetization streams like sponsorships, affiliate marketing, paid memberships transform your passion into a sustainable livelihood. The slow, steady accumulation of followers is like planting seeds in fertile soil, nurturing growth with every authentic interaction. It is in these quiet moments that the true power of financial education reveals itself, not as a loud proclamation, but as a steady, calming force guiding your every decision with clarity and purpose. Financial education is not merely a subject to study, it is a mindset, a lens through which you begin to see the world differently. Now, let's explore the art of entrepreneurship, a cornerstone for those who wish to escape the limitations of traditional employment. Consider the power of content creation as a viable path. Investing, too, is a pillar of financial education that demands a gentle yet disciplined approach. Imagine diving into real estate not just as an investment, but as a way to create tangible assets. Financial education also embraces the importance of mindset shifts. Imagine replacing scarcity with abundance, fear with curiosity. Budgeting, often viewed as restrictive, becomes an empowering tool. Moreover, financial education teaches resilience through understanding risk management. As this journey unfolds, you realize that financial education is not a destination, but a lifelong voyage. Your transformation is subtle, but profound. So as you breathe in the fresh morning air, remember, financial education is your compass, your anchor, and your light. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a vast, tranquil lake, just as the first light of dawn kisses the surface. The water is smooth, reflecting the gentle colors of the awakening sky, calm and inviting. In this stillness lies a moment of clarity, an opportunity to understand the true depth and breadth of financial education and how it can serve as your lifelong compass. Think of income as a river fed by multiple tributaries. Earning through work is just one source. To truly elevate your financial position, you must learn to cultivate other streams, nurturing them until they merge into a powerful current. Financial education is often misunderstood as simply learning how to balance a checkbook or file taxes. Perhaps you write compelling content, develop websites, create engaging videos, or offer virtual assistance. The beauty lies in flexibility, choosing projects that excite you, and building relationships that lead to ongoing work. Over time, these efforts compound into a steady stream of income, flowing alongside your other ventures. But in reality, it is a profound journey into understanding money's role in your life and how to harness it to build the future you envision. Imagine the satisfaction of watching your net worth grow, not as a product of luck or inheritance, but as a testament to your steady commitment and informed choices. Imagine shedding the limiting beliefs that whisper, "I can T or at S too late." Instead, you cultivate a mindset of abundance, curiosity, and resilience. When setbacks come in, you meet them not with fear, but with calm determination, seeing each challenge as a lesson, a stepping stone toward mastery. Imagine peeling back the layers of complexity surrounding finances, not with confusion or overwhelm, but with calm curiosity and steady focus. It becomes a map guiding your spending, saving, and investing decisions with intentionality. Instead of feeling restricted, you experience freedom knowing your resources align with your long-term vision. One of the most empowering aspects of financial education is its ability to illuminate the many streams through which money can flow into your life. Financial education helps you understand how to protect your wealth through insurance, emergency funds, and diversification. Imagine the peace of mind that comes with knowing you are prepared for unforeseen storms, able to weather them without losing your footing. Picture yourself carefully studying stocks, bonds, ETFs, and even real estate investment trusts. You learn to read market indicators, interpret economic cycles, and make strategic decisions grounded in research and patience. The path of financial education is clear, not always easy, but always rewarding. It invites you to step forward, to embrace knowledge, to build wealth, and ultimately, to claim the freedom that comes with mastering your money. This approach replaces impulsive reactions with deliberate actions, turning market fluctuations from intimidating waves into navigable tides. Let us explore some of the most compelling ways to build those tributaries. First, entrepreneurship remains a timeless avenue. Imagine creating a business rooted in your unique skills and passions. It might be an online store offering eco-friendly products, or a digital service providing bespoke design or marketing solutions. With the global reach of the internet, your small enterprise can tap into audiences far beyond your immediate surroundings. The hum of activity from orders coming in, messages from satisfied customers, and the satisfying weight of packages ready to ship become part of your new rhythm of creation and reward. Next, consider the dynamic world of investing. Financial education teaches that wealth is not just about how much you make, but how well you grow and protect what you have. Another flourishing tributary is the digital economy. Imagine tapping into the gig economy or freelancing platforms where your talents find immediate value. Financial education also nurtures the mindset essential for sustained success. Budgeting and financial planning take on new meaning here. Imagine designing a budget that reflects not just numbers, but your values and goals. Risk management also plays a crucial role. The lessons you absorb begin to weave together into a tapestry of confidence and control. In this quiet morning by the lake, the future feels within reach. Imagine yourself standing on a gentle hill just as the sun begins to set, casting a warm golden light across the landscape. The air is cool, but soft, carrying the faint scent of blooming jasmine and fresh earth. As the day transitions into night, so too does your journey through financial education reach its final chapter, a moment to reflect, consolidate, and step fully into the empowered life you have begun to build. Financial education, as you now understand, is far more than just numbers or spreadsheets. It is the steady rhythm underpinning the life of abundance, freedom, and purpose that many only dream of. Think about launching a personalized coaching business or consulting service, leveraging your unique skills to help others solve their problems. In the digital age, niche markets flourish. Imagine offering eco-friendly products, wellness coaching, or remote tech support, all accessible through a simple website or social media presence. Imagine creating educational videos, podcasts, or ebooks around topics you're passionate about, then turning your audience into a community that supports you through memberships, sponsorships, and affiliate partnerships. This ongoing relationship transforms your creative work into a reliable income stream. Imagine how the knowledge you've gained is not only a tool for your own success. Now, as the last light fades and the stars begin to appear, imagine the limitless possibilities that lie ahead. Each choice you make carries the power to shape your destiny, and you walk forward with a calm heart and a steady hand. These modern opportunities democratize access, giving you the chance to build a diversified portfolio with greater ease and security. Imagine a life where your time is as rich as your bank account. Imagine committing to lifelong learning, taking courses, reading widely, networking with other financial minds. This ongoing investment in your knowledge ensures you stay ahead, adapting to new markets, technologies, and strategies, where moments of rest, joy, and connection are not sacrificed at the altar of endless work, but honored as essential to your well-being. You are now equipped to design a life rich in opportunity, resilience, and fulfillment. The disciplined budgeting, the careful investing, the entrepreneurial ventures, all these create not only money, but freedom. Freedom to explore passions, to travel, to create art, or simply to be present with loved ones. But a beacon you can pass to those you care about, your family, even your community. With each breath, you step closer to the life you envision, one of true freedom, abundance, and lasting peace. They approach wealth with curiosity and humility, constantly learning, adapting, and growing. Imagine yourself adopting this mindset, treating every setback as a lesson, every opportunity as a door opening quietly before you. This calm confidence allows you to navigate uncertainty with grace rather than fear. Financial education creates a ripple effect, empowering not just one individual, but generations. When you embrace this truth, you realize that wealth is not merely about accumulation, but about meaningful impact. It is the quiet pulse that turns dreams into plans, and plans into reality. Picture yourself no longer a passive observer in the story of your financial future, but the deliberate author writing each chapter with intention and clarity. One of the final, yet most vital lessons in this journey is the power of legacy. The wisdom of financial education also teaches that true wealth embraces balance. Now, as you stand with this perspective, consider the mindset of a billionaire, not just the external symbols of success, but the inner framework. To make this vision real, let's revisit some practical, up-to-date ideas you can act on now. Or envision diving deeper into real estate beyond buying a single property. Consider participating in real estate crowdfunding platforms that allow you to invest in larger projects with modest capital. Consider also the booming field of digital content creation and monetization. And remember the power of continual education itself. As this journey closes, feel the quiet confidence settling, and in assurance that the steps you take today build a future far beyond simple survival. The world of financial education is vast, yet you have navigated it with patience and resolve. This is your moment. The knowledge you hold is your compass, your map, and your guide. As the soft glow of the evening settles around you, take a moment to breathe deeply and let all that you've learned today sink in. Financial education isn't just a lesson, it's a lifelong companion, quiet strength that will walk beside you through every twist and turn of your journey. Imagine yourself not just surviving, but thriving, equipped with the tools, the mindset, and the calm confidence to shape a future that reflects your deepest dreams. Remember, every great journey begins with a single step, and the path to financial freedom is no different. Take these lessons gently at your own pace. And watch how each thoughtful choice opens new doors, revealing opportunities you might never have imagined. You are not alone in this community. This channel is here to support you, to guide you. Together we grow, we learn, and we build the futures we deserve. Until next time, stay curious, stay calm, and keep moving forward. And to remind you that the rhythm of your life can be steady, sure, and full of promise. So as you close this chapter for now, carry with you the quiet assurance that you are capable, you are resilient, and you are ready. The journey ahead may have its challenges, but it also holds boundless potential. Step forward with courage, with wisdom, and with the knowledge that financial education is your most powerful tool to craft a life of abundance and peace. Thank you for joining me today. If this message resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need to hear it too.